If you're looking for a show that will have you singing and dancing literally in the aisles, then MJ the Musical is for you. Hey friends, it's Sami back with an honest review of MJ the Musical that's appearing all this week at TPAC, Tennessee Performing Arts Center. And this was my very first time seeing this Broadway tour, and it did not disappoint. I really didn't know what to expect going in, except that we were going to hear tons of our favorite Michael Jackson songs. In my mind, I was thinking, is this like Mamma Mia? Are we coming up with an original story? Is it his story? Well, this picks up on kind of like 1992 while he was preparing for the Dangerous tour. And there's a lot of kind of flashbacks that happen, even though we're working with present day Michael. And it was just a really interesting look at, first of all of the actors that played Michael Jackson throughout were incredible, from young Michael to teenage Michael to present day Michael to that kind of 20-something young man. It was a really incredible look into a lot of the trials and the tribulations and the scandals and things that we may have been privy to, but let's face it, none of us really know what was going on in his head, in his heart, in his home, in his childhood. So there were a lot of, it really walked us through the struggles that he had with dealing with the fame, but also kind of saying, look, we don't know. None of us will ever know what it was like to be in his shoes. But all throughout, the music was really the lead character. And the minute the lead took the stage, I was like, who is brave enough to take on the role of Michael Jackson? Well, let me tell you who. Jordan Marcus is who did it. And he just transformed into the character. There were actually, like I said, 4 players. There was a little Michael. There was, like I said, the younger Michael. There was, and it almost had like a Hamilton-esque feel where you had these characters that would play like the backup singers or backup dancers, but then in the flashbacks, they would transform into his brothers, or Quincy Jones, or Berry Gordy, or, just all of these different characters. So they kind of kept going back and forth. It was a big cast. And honestly, I loved what they did with the scene and the setting. They really transformed the stage without having a ton of props or anything, but it was so well done. I mean, this is the whole cast, if you can see here. So quite a number of players. And then what they did with the musical numbers, there's not like they just list all of the songs that you're going to hear alphabetically. So you don't really get like, here's the different scenes. I will tell you my only disappointment, and I don't think this is a spoiler because we know the stories, but towards the end of the first act, it was about 2.5 hours with like a 10 or 15 minute intermission. And towards the end of the first act, there was kind of a montage of songs, and Thriller was in there for like maybe 6 seconds, 8 counts. I don't know. And I looked at my friend Tiffany. I'm like, is that it? Is that all there's no way that's all we're getting of Thriller. There was a huge Thriller number in the second act, like huge Thriller number, but they didn't do like the iconic choreography. So I'm like, is that trademarked? Can we not, like, you have choreography done. No one has to make that up. So that was my only like, oh, really? But true to some shows like a Mamma Mia, or, some of those, I'm trying to think, I'm blanking on the other shows that are based around some of like your favorite songs. The curtain call had probably 2 or 3 more songs built into it where everyone was just standing up and dancing and clapping, and so much fun. Super, super fun. So if you have a chance, it was packed last night for opening night. I can only imagine tickets are flying. So make sure to go to tpac.org. I'm so glad they invited me out to give you my honest review. But if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'm happy to answer them.